episode of Talon Plays. I have no idea what this game is about. Interesting. Let's just start it. Okay. I'm not reading this. I'm sorry. I'm in the middle of having my oats. That's how we start this game. So we'll get to the plot when we see plotty things. Like this, maybe. Excited, this is very ominous. Is that what this is about? Anna, I'm sorry, it's gone and it isn't coming back. It's been 4 years. Give up. Oh, my sweet, precious fruta. Go, mana. So you walk all home incomplete. That same cool spell blows through the trees again and again. That same cool spell blows through the trees. As it's come to be, your home awaits you. Claire's father, rest his soul, built this place with his own 2 hands, a home away from home. Oh, this place has seen better days, but if you look hard enough, I'm sure you can see it for what it once was. That's better. It was different back then. Back when everything was so dead simple. But now, the precious maiden has flown the coop, and the mad crone wanders on, ravaging this vacant land, this static snow globe of a prison. And you, dear Anna, are the only one left to keep this place warm. Ah, if only we could go back to the way things were. A second stop. It's been a long cycle and your eyes deserve a rest. Take it easy. Take it in. Cross the moon. Ah, the dreaded double album. So self-indulgent and rarely necessary. Do you remember it? I don't know, do I? I just started playing. Ah, music. Does it ring any bells? Because it will. You can be damn sure of that. It's all... it'll all come back in. the most decadent of visions imports prices, sure to make you square. With Lamar and the rest of America largely isolated, the seduction of spending a small fortune on a single Spanish cigar, a middle one at that, seduces many a man with more money than sense. That lovely tablecloth with an emblues African pattern proudly sporting its made in China label. Since the partial closure of the American border due to the whole vampire thing, both China and Africa sound equally exotic and intangible to many residents of Lemoore. But Ambrosia and gaudy knickknacks are not what we're here for. Surely, if you'd wanted a history of Lemoore and Lemoore, you have picked a different find. You're here for something more personal. Why go through all this? She brushed her index finger across the crest of his lips, pushing against his mouth. Darling. Save your honor. the seat taken? There was no answer. Lux parked himself on a stool and leaned closer to the man looked disinterested. Lux wasn't sure why quarantine had picked him in particular, but this was who she had chosen, and there was just no backing it. There are two parts to a home. Disarm and snare. Hard day, the man gave another look as he turned toward Lux. Listen, I'd just like to mind my own business, and there is always that brief moment of vulnerability when someone realizes they are speaking to an empire. It's a fleeting gut check, a momentary stagger in your thoughts. There's that subtle fear in the man's eyes. Lux knows too well. There aren't that many black vampires, and Lux was reminded of that every day. Hey, I don't want any trouble. Just trying to drink and piss. Lux had that cool confidence that night brought out in all empires. Of course, my man, no troubles, no harm meant. Simply looking for someone to talk to. Bizarre. I got no eyes or ears to lend you. Sorry. He was slurring his words. Did quarantine really pick out? Having myself a bad week, kid. Last thing I need's a vamp getting me in trouble. I'm not here to get you in any trouble. I just want to talk. I've been having a shit times I've been having a shit time as well lately. It's like I don't even know what is up. Ever since my cat was missing, my life has been a total mess. The man grimaced. Your cat? Lux nodded. Sounds kind of silly, right? Well, you see those two over there? Lux lifted his arm and pointed at the ground floor. Yeah, what about them? Quarantine upon moving like lovers did their best to ignore the attention Lux was drawing to them. The guy with the golden locks there has been my best friend for years. His name's Apollo. Anyway, we used to be real close. Everything was good until Prima was missing. The Prima disappeared and I started having worse luck. Colin and I would start arguing over I couldn't even tell you why we were so upset after the time. It was a bad cloud, you know. And then she showed up, as Poland calls her. Ever since then, it's like I don't even exist anymore. It's eating me on the inside. I barely see him anymore. It's why I'm here tonight, tagging along to their think it's working? Lux was looking out at Apollo. Dominique gave Lux a sympathetic smirk. Girl trouble, huh? Lux sensed he had immense attention. Dominique was captivated by Lux's voice, his composure, and his eyes. Sorry, lady. Exit. Next round's on me. What are you having? Lux let out a small childish chuckle of embarrassment, letting his right, of course. Silly question. Sorry. The man turned towards the bar and called to the bartender. What's a pint of red going for these days? The bartender grimaced and eyed the situation skeptically. 35 left for a 3 in your milk bottle. We don't serve it in a pint, sir. Blind eye, that's a fortune. What's the constant limit? How do you vents even get by with prices like that? Poorly. Hey, you're not mismirroring me, are you? Perception and control are derivative of vampire strength. It comes from their powerful gaze. It comes from their eyes. Aspiring. Besides, if I was mismirroring you, you wouldn't be wondering about it. Lux winked at him as he lightly tapped the man's leg. The man chuckled, admiring Lux's beautiful eyes. Hey, fair enough. If nothing else, Lux was an effective flirt. Listen, I wish I could help you, but 35F? Can't indebt myself to someone I just met. The man was apologetic. Lux leaned back and stretched and gave it a quick sign to Apollon and Kareem, ensnared. You're right, friend. It is too much. They gouge us with their prices to keep us out. keep us hungry and mad and scared. It's a vicious cycle. However, he leaned over and whispered in Dominique's ear, placing a hand on his shoulder. There is another way you could help us. The man slowly leaned forward, looking deep into Lux's dark, enchanting eyes. Before she even stepped off the SkyTrain, Aurora knew this was a mistake. This is a mistake. I feel we're up to her. She would be at home prepping for tomorrow's big interview. Better yet, getting good night's rest. But it wasn't up to her. You don't choose to be a vampire. She took a crumpled piece of paper out of her pocket. Her scribbled notes, a treasure map of sorts. Moonlight Diner, Far Booth, seek the lady in the mask. She reminded herself this would be worth the trouble. Julie, a trusted friend she had turned to in a moment of anxious desperation, had assured her that it would be. And why would Julie lie? Oh, but to think she'd come so close to a month off the stuff. What a shame. Sobriety. She looked out at her destination, a lonely neon-lit diner out in the middle of nowhere. This must be it. The 250 effing bills she'd withdrawn from her bank account practically hummed in her pocket. It was all the money she had. Her payback loans, all that money was meant for something. It wasn't meant for something as foolish as this. She stood motionless for a moment. It wasn't too late to turn back. Just a slight misstep, no one would know if she canceled. Fuck it. She clenched her fist and began walking towards the diner. The smell of frying oil and bleach hit Aurora as she walked in. This was the place where dying dreams hid out. Scanning the empty booths, Aurora quickly saw what she was after. Oh, a woman wearing what looks like a moth mask was seated in a booth away from the door. She was staring at Aurora. Aurora wasn't sure what she had expected, but it wasn't this. You're late. There was a soft quiver to her voice, a vulnerability hiding behind the mask. Aurora could tell she was nervous too. I didn't think you were expecting me. What? You think I'd hang out in a place like this just hoping a customer will stop by? Were you followed? The woman turned and looked out the window. I don't think so. You sure? Aurora recalled her trip on the SkyTrain from La Decadence. Why would anyone follow me? The woman turned back towards Aurora. She looked serious. Anxious even. No, I wasn't followed. Good. Have a seat. The masked woman gestured at the booth. Aurora slid into the seat from across. She took a deep breath. Relax. This is just a simple transaction. Aurora took a good look at the woman behind the mask. Her spindly arms, petite frame. She didn't seem that threatening. It was nighttime after all, so if things went south, she had a natural advantage. She seemed weary and appeared to be sizing up Aurora. She was looking at Aurora's forearms. Is it moisture? Aurora paused. Sorry? Your skin. I knew vampire skin glistened at night, but I've never seen it so close before. She leaned forward. I'd have to spend a day bathing in moisturizing lotions to get mine looking as smooth as yours. Aurora was not sure how to respond. Everyone knows glistening skin at night is the easiest way to spot a vampire. Fangs can be trimmed, and a love of sunshine can be feigned, but moonlight never lies. As they say, mice hide whilst bats prowl. On a near full moon like tonight, Aurora's dark amber skin was positively radiant. So, is it the moisture in the air that keeps it looking so smooth? I don't know. She hadn't come here to answer these kind of questions. Listen, can we keep this moving? I really don't want to miss my train home. Okay. The woman nodded and placed a large briefcase on the table. She unlocked the briefcase and pulled out. Oh my. Here it is, the purest, the freshest blood available anywhere in all of Lemoore. Zero preservatives, expanders, distillers, sugars. None of that shit. We're talking untainted blood so pure, so clean, it's like sinking your teeth into fireworks. Aurora held back a mournful cry as the hair on her arm shot up at the sight of it all. An electric hunger for a solve burned inside her. How did you get this? The masked woman waved away her concern. That's for me to worry about? Needless to say, this ain't your government rationed red water. Just a sip of this will take you where you need to go. How much? 500. No, not the whole thing. I just need one vial. Is that okay? That is the price for one vial. $2,000 for the briefcase. Come on, baby. Aurora recoiled. Eyes. Here I thought blood flows, prices were bad. The masked woman shook her head, visibly frustrated. I skimmed this off the top of the blood clinics before blood flow gets their dirty hands on it and dilutes it. Believe me, you don't want to know what blood flow would charge you for something this pure. Aurora couldn't believe what she was hearing. She was sure the 250F she'd bought would be more than enough to cover what she needed. But was it? Just wondering to last her till tomorrow. Can I get half a vial for $250? What? No. This ain't a fucking auction, sweetheart. I'm risking my anus doing this. And I'll tell you what, little sweet cupcake, it ain't for the money. That's for sure. All this money goes to charity. Charity? Hexing, yeah, dude. You think I want this blood money on my conscience? Aurora scoffed. Which charity? Does it matter? This whole thing was a joke. If it's not for the money, then why are you here? She looked at Aurora, frustration welling up in her eyes. You! It's complicated. I'm trying to fix a problem, and this is the only way I know how. By selling overpriced blood to vamps? No, by taking from the rich and giving to the poor. You think I'm the rich? 250F is literally all of my savings. She shook her head, sighing. No, not you. It's... The woman reached around and pulled off her mask. I can't see with this. Aurora was caught off guard. She could see tears in the woman's eyes. I thought you were worried I was gonna mesmer you. I think you're a whole lot smarter than that. Also, she sighed. You don't have to fucking mesmer me. You can have it. What? The woman pushed the briefcase closer to Aurora. Take it. All of it. Something was up. Aurora couldn't tell what caused the change of heart. The woman had a hopeless air about her and seemed defeated. Listen, I don't need all that. Really. I've got a big day tomorrow. I just wanted a little something to keep me going till then. done with the processed stuff. I just want a taste of the real thing. It's been so long, she thought. The real thing? You're cute as a button. Why not bag yourself a boyfriend? Turn him into your own personal wine press. Aurora didn't answer. A pang jolted through her. A pang followed by a wave of clarity. It was time to go. All this was just a momentary lapse of judgment. She started getting up. This whole thing was a mistake. I'm sorry I wasted your time. Wait! The woman's eyes lit up. Is it true what they say? She gently reached her hand out towards Aurora's arm. What are you? Is it true vampires are more active at night? Active? You know. The woman hesitantly put her hand in front of Aurora, the tip of her finger nearly touching her. Because if you want a bite of me... Aurora jerked her arm away. I have to go. Aurora left the diner empty-handed, her wad-up cash still neatly rolled in her pocket. She had been right. This was a bad idea. It was time to go home. She left the diner and walked quickly back to the SkyTrain station. Her heart beat fast in sync with her steps. Her only hope was to catch the last train home. Taxis were hard to come by out here in the middle of nowhere. Just my luck. She was upset with herself. None of this would have happened if she wasn't a vamp. None of these urges, none of these thoughts. What an embarrassment. All this bullshit the night before the most important day of her life. And so close to the full moon, no less. Nah, it just works with my voice. You dig? It'll be okay. I promise. In the alleyway behind the Demeter, Lux was soothing the man he'd recently met as his friends drank from him. It feels warm. His voice was calm and toneless, as soft tears streamed down his flushed cheeks. I thought it would hurt. Of course not. You're vampires, not animals. Lux said near the man's waist. As he stroked her on the side of his head. As he stroked the side of his head. You're doing so well. It wouldn't be much longer now. I'm proud of you. You are? Lux smiled. I am. And tomorrow morning, when you wake up, I want you to remind yourself that tonight you've done something good. You've made an impact, however small, fixing a broken problem. Broken system, sorry. Something good? Lux clasped his palms on the man's temple and leaned in close. Yes, indeed. My dear, you fed the poor, or fed one of them at least. None of this was Lux's idea. He hated preying on strangers like this. And as it had become routine since quarantine first started tagging along, she drank first. Always. Lux kept the target soothed and reassured while quarantine would take the first bite, usually right on the carotid artery. He didn't mesmer them, that would cause too much trouble. He simply convinced the target that donating a bit of their blood to them was the right thing to do. He's all yours, Apollon continued where she left off, sinking his teeth into the exact same holes quarantine had made. This technique of sharing a communal wound source was the height of vampiric eroticism among teens and young adults who love is a lot more sensual than it sounds. Trust me. Gah! Apollon reeled back, spitting blood on the cold cement behind them. Blind me. I'm already buzzing off this guy. You had to pick a serious boozer, eh, Lux? They don't blame me. She chose him. Quarantine began. She rubbed the back of Apollon's neck, soothing him as if it was her little child. Hush, sweetie. Drink up. Hearing her sweet talk, Apollon caused piercing tension to bristle along Lux's spine. My sweet child, you'll flush it out by morning. Quarantine moved her hand up the back of Apollon's neck and pushed it back down onto the man beneath them. Their prey whimpered, and Lux continued, stroking the man's cheek. It's okay, friend. Lux tapped Apollon on the shoulder. Hurry up, man. Lux couldn't live with being hungry, and he could deal with waiting a bit longer for his head his turn to feed. Lux could live with being hungry, etc. But what he couldn't deal with was the way quarantine and Apollon acted around him. She was equal parts rough and tender with Apollon and made Lux's skin crawl. Yeah, I've seen that. This is the flesh of the man's cheeks was beginning to fade to turn pretty white. The man was still fine, but Lux knew there was only so much more they could take before causing the man some real harm. Alright, he starved sirens. And not just any sirens. The three crows. Is that Apotropes? Quarantine bolted up. We have to go. Lux looked up at her. Wait, you think they're after us? How would they? The bartender! The bartender! Fuck! He must have called the Apotrope in when he saw you seducing this guy right in front of him. You should have mesmerized him. You should have mesmerized him. You should have mesmerized the bartender, Lux. In a crowded bar? Oh, I wasn't about to mesmer anyone. You can't stay here. Come on. Quarantine held out her hand to Apollon and pulled him up to his feet. Come on. This is the end. Lux and Apollon turned to look at the man on the ground. He wasn't looking great. What about him? He'll be fine. He doesn't sound fine. We can't just leave him here. Yeah, he seems really wasted. We'd spout some petty shit. He's just being a melodramatic drunk. She turned to look at Lux and winked. Poor Luxie's just jealous. He didn't get a sip. Now come on. As the sirens grew louder, Patrapec custody, something he mostly been able to avoid up until now. Once they reached the roof of Lady de Martin, they ducked down and hid, waiting. The sirens faded away in the distance. They weren't coming for them. That it? False alarm. Lux took a long, deep breath. Nothing to fear. Eyes. This shit ain't worth the risk. Speak for yourself, dude. I'm on top of the world right now. Lux turned around to see Apollon and Quarantine and embraces. Articles of clothes began to come off. Ask me, y'all doing this to me right here, right now? They ignored him at first, their faces deep into each other's. Unbuttoning her shirt, Quarantine slung her head back to look at Lux. You're the one making this uncomfortable, Luxie. Yeah, come on, man. Give us a bit of privacy. Apollon gave him an apologetic smile before turning back towards Quarantine. Lux left a sinking feeling. He stood over them a few more seconds, shaking his head. Total dogs. He might have felt his heartache more if he hadn't worked up such an appetite. Eyes. He decided to go check on their prey below, see how he was doing. Maybe have a quick taste of him if he was up for it. You never know when you might want that. Leaving them to their bloodlust, Lux made his way down to the fire escape back to the alley. He could hear the moaning and grunting louder above him. Lux buried his nails into his palms. But something was off when he reached the ground. the man he'd seduced was gone. What? Lux looked around the corner, down the street, even poked his head back in the club. Nothing. Where'd he? Lux debated, calling up to Apollon and Quarantine, but decided against it. He couldn't stand being around the two of them when they were acting like blinding animals. Shit! Lux left the alleyway. It was late enough as it was. He figured it would be best just to head home. Maybe raid the fridge for some red water and then go to sleep. Not as good as real stuff, but blood was blood. You never know. There was school tomorrow, and after all, Mary would surely chastise him to hell and back for not telling her he'd gone out. And hadn't he told her he'd call her tonight? Whatever. Too late now, right? Lux made his way home, trying as hard as he could not to think about what a better time Apollon and Quarantine were likely having. He stopped to look up at the moon, as cracked and torn as the day he was born. It was nearly full. Lux closed one eye, flattening his perception, and reached his hand up above him. The moon in the palm of his hand. He put his hand down and kept walking. Across the moon, ladies and gentlemen. I really like this gameplay. Pretty dope. Moon looks back, okay. Yeah. Having missed the train, Lux had to walk home. He arrived just as the sun and his family had begun to rise. And where in all heavens have you been? Kids do nowadays, huh? Let their mothers worry the night away. I have work in the morning, you know. I'm exhausted. It was practically the full moon last night, Lux. Oh, sorry, Ma. I was gonna call and you're not sorry. You're just trying to sneak back home. Do you really think I wouldn't notice? It's alright, Ma. I was just hanging out with Mary. She's been tutoring me, helping me study for her history test. Oh, is that so? Yeah, I guess it just ran a little long, and then I missed the last train home, so I had to walk, you know? You know how it is. Miss Morse at midnight was not. She raised her eyebrows, her lips twisted into a curl, her helpless son had blindly given away his lie. So you were studying with Mary, huh? That's where you were? Yes, that's where I was, I swear. Mary prim and proper, was as close as Lux had ever been to having a girlfriend. Lux, Mary, and Apollon were all best friends growing up, but ever since Apollon found himself a girlfriend, Lux and Mary's feelings had given a chance to mature into something bordering on romantic. Mary was one of the few people most liked seeing her son spend time with, better with her than with other vampires. Then, I'm going to need your help unpacking this conundrum. Why is it that Mary called me no less than 3 times last night, asking if you were home or if I'd heard from you? Oh. Crap. Explain to me how that works. You were with Apollon and his new girlfriend, weren't you? Lux might have been able to muster a more convincing lie had the moon still been out, but it was morning now, and he was tired. He tried to brush off his mind. Listen, Ma, don't worry about me. Vamps own the night. Yeah, sure, whatever, bud. Rosa held back a chuckle, rolling her eyes. Oh, don't give me that corny shit! And you know full well being vamps is exactly why you have to be careful at night. I don't care how the moonlight makes you feel. If you're a trio of vampires out, you're a little more than a threatening target. It was always the same speech. My mom would think if she knew half the stuff left. Got it. You don't get it, Ma. I do get it. Wow. Now hush and eat some breakfast. I don't care if you're tired. You're not going to be late for school. Mosa, always the one with the last words, made her way back to the room. Lux began to tie his shoes. He let out a sigh of relief when he didn't see his father's work boots in the entrance. It seemed he was still at work. He lived on the 15th floor of an apartment building out in a part of town called La Decadence. It was named with a certain foresight of irony by wealthy city planners and government officials tasked with designing a home for the booming vampire population some 50 years ago. It wasn't decadent. It was dense, overcrowded, low-income housing whose maintenance was perennially tossed to the bottom of the priority list. Most vampires lived out here. Even those wealthy before the awakening, before they all started showing signs of being different, found themselves stripped of many of their assets and wealth. After the Sanguinary Fair Act of 1966, what was returned to the awakened never took inflation into consideration, forcing them to live in the only place their heart. Lux was born and raised here. Sasa would sit in the kitchen preparing some breakfast. His sister, Aurora, was settled at the table reading newspaper. She looked up at Lux. He looked like shit. She had also been born in this apartment 6 years before us. Next to her newspaper was to have a big fish for us. Lux ignored her comment and made her fridge dress with smaller pellets used to stray dogs and water tender drinking blood. It was barely room for the horses and shit government and drug companies put together to satiate the frothing demands for burgers and populace and unhappy citizens look back. Redrops would have to do for now. Still riding the third wheel bullshit? Beat it! Lux took a seat at the table next to his sister, and he swallowed the red drops and took a bite of his croissant. That's what happened. You're wasting your time, man. Pollen's moved on. Ha ha ha! He's got a girlfriend now. Your boyhood days are waning, brother. Aurora put her newspaper down, took a sip from her cup and grimaced. Lux didn't have to look at her hard to know that she was the smell alone overpowered everything else in the room. Oh, that's a shame. Since when were you drinking coffee? Since right now. Listen, I know no one's gonna make me drink coffee, but if you're the only one drinking red wine while everyone else is sipping black, it raises a few eyebrows. The last thing I need are eyebrows raised. Everyone already thinks I'm going to eat them at the drop of a hat. I'd eat her at the drop of a hat. Yeah, man, fuck eyebrows. Aurora glared at her brother. That's not the takeaway of my point, idiot. You dumb imbecile. You're being dramatic, dear. Yeah, am I? Lux chimed in. I concur. Much too dramatic, dear. Aurora reached over and smacked Lux on the side of the head. What? Whack! Eyes. What was that for? Fuck off, dude. Aurora, don't hit your brother. Lux, stop teasing your sister. Don't forget, this is her big day. Oh, right. That. When's the job interview again? At 0900. Place called the Parthenos Institute, right inside the blood flow offices. Mosa put her hand on her daughter's shoulder. And we believe in you, sweetie. You've worked so hard to get to where you are, and I know they'll love you. I don't need them to love me. I just need them to not hate me. Oh, that reminds me. Speaking of working hard, I got a call from your teacher yesterday, Lux. You know what she told me, don't you? Double crap. Oh shit, I'm gonna pause this. Okay. I'm gonna save. Okay, sweet. I had to get off that game.